Hi everyone. Hi Jay. How are you doing? I'm hoping your weekend is getting off to a good start. So as always, I'm going to get started with a community pool. Hey guys, hi Oasis. It's been a while. So I am testing out a new chatbot today. So if you guys can go ahead and use exclamation point join, you can see some of the commands in the top right of the screen and let me know how it works. Jay, hopefully it's a good a lot, not like stressful a lot. There we go. Hi, Gypsy. So we'll see how well this chatbot goes, and we'll see if it actually keeps going. All right. So as always, we're gonna get started with a community poll. Usually I just like pick a card out, but I think I'm gonna fan it out this time. Since this is a Sunday Funday, we're going to use this to reflect on the weekend behind us. So let's see what we have to reflect on. So we have here dreams. Let's see what else. I think I'm going to pull this one here. We have freedom. Let's pull one more. And I am digging this card right here. Ooh, and manifestation. All right, guys, we have some really cool combinations of cards. We have manifestation, dreams, and freedom. So let's start with dreams and manifestation, and we'll kind of talk about the freedom. I think it's so cool that dreams is what we got for, especially for our Sunday Funday, right? Like, what is it that you've been dreaming of? What is it that maybe you got to do something that you've been dreaming of this weekend? And maybe that's a result of your manifestations, or you've been dreaming of things that you've been wanting to manifest. But it seems like this whole weekend has been about trying to find that freedom, trying to find the things that you really want to bring in your life right now. Oasis, you said it's not working. Let's see. See if you're in the queue. Maybe it just didn't let you know. Yep, you're in there, Oasis. So you'll have to let me know if there's been things that you have been trying to manifest. Maybe you've been trying to manifest like some freedom from something. Maybe you're trying to find more free time, trying to find some more time where you can just spend with yourself or spend with people that you care about. And you've been working at this for a while. But what I really like is this manifestation card, especially with that lunar eclipse and everything that just passed. There was a really huge amount of like chaotic lunar energy that people tapped into in order to work their various manifestations. So this is kind of the overall energy that we have for the weekend. You'll have to let me know how that resonates with you guys. Oops. All right, let's get started. Let's do some. Thank you for confirming that, Gypsy. So I'm going to be using my Philly Tarot. It's been like, I just got it and it's been a huge favorite of mine since receiving it. And I've been using it on a few lives, so some of you might have seen this already. But you guys, if you've joined the queue, when I call up your name, I will. So it should show up like this. So Gypsy, you are first in the queue, then Jay, Oasis, and Nikki. I think that should pop up. Yep, there we go. So Gypsy, you can go ahead, post your question, and then I'll just kind of do that. I have some kinks to work out, but I think it'll work. Oh, I love reading for May. May is almost over. Are you sure you want it for May? Gonna warm up these cards a bit. Get one more nice shuffle in. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. If you guys enjoy my live, make sure you like, subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. All right. Just to remember, guys, I do one card readings from the chat, and then if any tips come through, or if any Facebook family comes on through, then I will do 3 cards and probably an oracle card or a rune or something, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. Hey, Lovity, long time no see. All right, so we are doing this right now. Love reading for May. Let's see what we have. Love reading for May. Ooh, we have the Page of Swords. It seems like you have seems like you're going to be not starting a relationship, but you're going to be getting a message about something coming in, and maybe this isn't something that has been in the makings for a while, or something you've been thinking about for a while. I really like the Page of Swords because it is really more of a like enthusiastic, thoughtful, and what's a good word for it? Curious. There you go. Curious person. So it seems like you might be maybe you will be getting a message about someone who resembles these qualities coming in May, and you get to and you will be able to get to know this person better, or it might be someone that piques your interest, something like that. But either way, it's exciting because the pages are all about sort of taking that time to study. There's a groundedness about them. And I just think this one is so cool because it shows a little bit of that freedom that the pages can sometimes have, especially the Page of Swords. So I think for May, you might not have anything actually starting, but you will be getting a message about something or someone by the end of May that just I don't know if that description that I just described to you piques your interest, then you'll be getting a message about someone that piques your interest. So it's actually exciting. Oh, another thing about the swords is also sometimes a thing of clarity. So if you've been feeling a little like lost, not sure what to focus on in terms of love, then you'll start to get a little bit of clarity in that as well. Thank you guys for testing out my Streamlabs chat bot. So it is a little like, I've noticed it's a little laggy, so just be a little patient as you join the queue. Thank you. Jay, you are up next. And Gypsy, yeah, I totally appreciate it. Terry, please go ahead and use !join to join the queue. All right, let's see if this person that you've been thinking about is spying on you. Let's see. Has this person been spying on Jay? What do we have here? Temperance. So I think maybe they have been watching you, but I don't think it is as harsh as spying, because the Temperance card is usually it's a card of moderation. So while they might be watching you, I don't think it is for any one reason or another. It's probably just general curiosity, if that makes sense. The Temperance card is about balance and being able to sort of just walk a straight and narrow, if that makes sense. So I don't think that them watching you online is as harsh as you think it is, or you may not think it is. I just kind of associate spying as a harsher context than maybe some others do. But yeah, they're watching, but they're not. It's kind of it is what it is. So if you just wanted clarity on whether they are looking at your stuff online, and it could be a little less than they're looking at it. It's more like maybe it just pops up or people talk about it and they're just kind of in the middle of it, and that's really all it is. So regardless, I would say yeah, this is like a soft yes, but nothing I would concern myself about, and it doesn't seem like you're concerned. So yeah, I hope that helps. I think you seem to have a pretty good gist of how everything is going. So yeah, you're totally welcome. Guys, thank you so much for joining the queue. I know I didn't say hi either, Lynn, so don't don't feel bad. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday Funday. So thank you for joining me today. I have up next Oasis. So go ahead, put your question in the chat. So I'm testing this out because I want to give you guys the chance to earn like extra readings without having to tip me. And so I'm hoping this works out. So that way we can build like loyalty points, because so many of you guys come to my lives regularly and hang out in the chat, and I get to chat with you guys, and I can only give you like one, maybe 2 cards depending what's going on due to time. So just want to find a way to reward you guys in a little more. All right, Oasis, let's see. How will this new job go? Is it legit? Let's see. What's up with this new job? Let's see what we have. Oh, yeah, 10 of Cups. So in this deck, the 10 of Cups is, these are sandwiches, but it's the 10 of Cups. So this job is definitely something that's going to make you happy. It might also be something that you end up being at for quite a long time because it is fulfilling. So whatever this new job is, I think, and even if it doesn't quite start off right, because the 10s are about completing a cycle, maybe you just have to go through the journey a little bit in order to work out the kinks. Sometimes new jobs, you kind of have to find your place, that kind of thing. So don't rush through that process, or don't let that process deter you, because this 10 of Cups is about basically finding emotional fulfillment. You're also maybe even tapping into like an inner self that you didn't realize could be brought out by this job. So hi guys, thank you for joining. Qbot is a little slow, so just be patient. Up next we have Nikki. So go ahead, put your question in the chat, Nikki. And there we go. So Keith and Liberator, go ahead, use join again and see if that works. Okay, so is Yogesh interested in someone else other than you? Let's see. Oasis, you're welcome. That's really exciting. I don't know if I said excited or not. I'm processing. Okay, Nikki, let's find out if Yogesh is interested in someone else. Is Yogesh interested in someone else? Hopefully I am also saying his name properly. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. I don't think so. Maybe someone has piqued his curiosity, but I don't see that in this. The Page of Pentacles, I think, this is really someone who is very, very earth oriented. So if you're worried he's interested in someone else because he hasn't like made a move with you, or maybe he's just sort of stagnant, your relationship together, if you have one, then I would not worry about this, because the page is earth energy, and the pentacles is earth energy. So it's just someone who just really, really is sort of grounded and rooted in place. But the thing about the page of pentacles that I like is that there's this air of like discovery and manifestation. So I don't think that they are necessarily interested in someone else. They might just be focused on some other thing. So Yogesh, hopefully you said that right. Yogesh might just be focusing on his finances, maybe something going on with family life, something like that, because I don't see another person in this at all. So if that's what you're worried about, I wouldn't worry about it. Thank you for joining, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Lovely, you are up next. If the Qbot doesn't say that you've joined, just go ahead, use exclamation point join again, so that way it's a little meh. We'll see if I keep it or not. Regardless, thank you guys for testing it out for me. I might keep my normal queue situation going. Oops, wrong one. There we go. All right, Levity, let's see how Ricky is feeling right now about you. Ricky's feelings for Levity. You guys will have to let me know how you're enjoying these cards. I really love them. Ooh, okay, Ricky, really. So the Queen of Pentacles is, she's my favorite. She's one of the queens I associate with myself, so I really like this. But he sees you as someone who's really nurturing, really abundant, and what's a good word for the Queen of Pentacles is there's this air of security about the Queen of Pentacles, because the water element of the Queen combines really well with the earth element of the Pentacles. So it's someone who is really grounded, who has a really good handle on their emotions. So I really feel like he's seeing this nurturing, grounded, intuitive side of you. And there's I don't generally relate it to this, but there's this like motherly aspect to the Queen of Pentacles as well. Someone who, like I said, is nurturing. And ultimately, I think that Ricky really sees you in a pleasurable light. So yeah, and just to show one of my favorite cards. So I hope that helped, Lovity. All right, up next we have Lynne. Keith, I don't think you got into the queue. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think you made it into the queue. So if you like reading, go ahead, use join again. And Lynne, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Remember, if you're enjoying yourself, if you guys are curious about what to do with yourself while you wait, you can check out some of the games that I have been trying to figure out. I think I figured out why the chat bot is so slow, though. I think maybe because I put it on slow mode by mistake, because I'm slow. There we go. All right, Lynne, what are some current pieces coming your way? Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna change this, just since I do like one card, I'll kind of just change it to like what is the big energy coming towards you, okay? All right, one more shuffle here. Let's see, energy coming towards you. Ooh, oh, this is really cool. So you have some, if you are into like manifestations or anything like that, you have a lot of that energy coming towards you. The Magician is technically the first card of the Major Arcana. the Fool is 0, and then this is 1. So this is like encompassing all of the elements. So you are starting to tap into this balance, I would say, that can help you really, if you do work on manifestations, then it could really help you tap into those manifestations. So um I and what that means is it can show up in a few different ways, right? It can show up as confidence. So if you have been working on your confidence, maybe you're going to start to really come into that. Or if you have been taking certain actions and hoping for a certain goal, then yeah, it's going to manifest this way. So the magician is really open-ended, and that means you kind of have like the power to tap into whatever it is you have been working towards. So if you've been working on a skill, maybe you're going to start to feel like, oh, wow, you're really starting to learn and grow and become and progress in that skill. So this really kind of means like, in terms of your question, the world is your oyster kind of thing. And you have a lot of cool manifestations coming your way. Yeah, that does sound exciting. Schlock, yeah, hey, welcome. Thank you for the like. Just use exclamation point join. You can see under the list of commands, and that should hopefully add you to the queue. Terry, I think you do exclamation point 8 ball, and then you without those little like triangle-y things, without that. And Terry, you are up next. So hopefully figuring that out help pass the time. Lynn, you're so welcome. Thanks so much for the lovely question. Faye, you are third in queue, so just hang out patiently for me. No, it's okay. YouTube likes to move the emotes around, so I do that all the time. I mess them up. All right. Whew. So I think it's something like this. Okay, Terry, let's see. Guidance on the divine for your higher good for staying on the right path. Okay. So I feel like, just to summarize, make sure I understand, you just want to know from, the divine about how to stay on the right path, right? So yeah, that's just for those of you guys hanging out in the chat waiting for your turn. That's how the 8-ball works. Let's see. Guidance for staying on the right path. Okay, let's see what we have here. Ooh, we have the Tower. I wonder if you're not on the right path. The Tower is about breaking down your walls and getting back to the foundation or the core of things. And I wonder if maybe something, I'm trying to discern whether this is going to be something you have to do on yourself, or something that is going to happen, if that makes sense. So regardless, I think that this is saying that there needs to be a fresh start. And while that, of course, is never fun news, I think that perhaps once you get through that Tower moment, that moment of, sort of breaking down your walls, you might find what it is that made you bring this question to me in the first place. Because obviously there's something a little like not quite right if you were asking about how to stay on the right path. So just to caveat, my thoughts on like paths are a little different than everybody else, right? I feel like the concept of finding a right path is a little misguided, and really what you're looking for is trying to find your paths. So that could be another thing, is maybe finding out, breaking down these walls so you're no longer limiting yourself to a specific thing. So that's a thought process. But I think that here the ultimate advice from the divine is break down those walls, start fresh, and that will allow you to go about this in a clearer path. So hopefully that helps. I know nobody ever wants to get the tower, especially when you're talking about, finding what's right for you. But I think that will really help. You just have to push yourself through that moment. Thank you for the question, Terry. Up next, we have Mon. Mon, if you are in the chat, go ahead, put your question in. And then up after Mon, we have Liberator and Bay. So thank you guys for waiting so patiently. Let's see, let me remove this. All right, Mon, let me know if you are still hanging out in the chat. All right, Mon, if you come on back, then I can get your reading. Next up, we have Liberator. Liberator, if you're still hanging out in the chat, go ahead and put your question. Let me know, guys, are you enjoying the Philly Tarot? I really think it's just so cool, and maybe it's just because I am from Philly that I just have a special relationship with this deck. How does SN feel about Liberator? Let's see. Making sure I didn't pick up my deck upside down. So I found that this deck is not the best for reversals. So if you've noticed, I've not pulled any reversals today, and that is intentional. How does SN feel about me? Let's see what we have here. All right, Bay, I will get your question right after I finish up with this one. So sorry, I had like a bit of Mon, hi. Go ahead, put your question in the chat, and I'll get you after Liberator. So, Liberator, you have the Six of Pentacles here, and I feel like maybe he sees you as someone who is really generous. The Six of Pentacles is about sort of being selfless, and it encompasses all of those honestly really, really beneficial and positive energies. There can also be a touch of like feeling like you're a very empathetic person, if that resonates with you as well. But one thing I will warn you about, and just because I don't do reversals and this is only a single card, I just feel the need to throw this out. When someone sees you as generous, just be a little careful that they see you as purely generous and that makes them happy, not as something that they can take advantage of. So just a general warning, not that I necessarily see that in here, but since it's one card, I just wanted to throw that in. So, Mon, yeah, no problem. I totally understand. Internet can be a little weird, so, no biggie. Just go ahead and put your question in, and I will get your question. Bay, is there a different version of the Philly Tarot? I'm gonna have to like look this up. I have a flip through of this coming out tomorrow, and I wish I had waited to film it until after I spoke to the creator of the deck, because my guidebook is messed up. But you know, he was so gracious about it and wanted to send me a new one, but I didn't want him to do that. You know, they're indie artists, and that comes out of their profits, and I have a million guidebooks that I already don't use. Hi, Leandra. Thank you so much for joining. Go ahead, use exclamation point join to join the queue, and then I will, once you are up, I will ask you for your question. So up next we have Bay, and remember, Mon, if you got your internet connection worked out, you can put your question in the chat, since you missed your turn. So it does. You know, the deck itself is really awesome. Like, this high foiling is really nice. The cards are like a great card stock. It has like a little bend because I'm a rifle shuffler, but I love it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. Mon, let's see. I'll scroll up. I might not. It might have gotten lost somewhere. If you could just put it back in the chat, that would be awesome. Yashvi, please use exclamation point join, and then once your turn's up, I will ask you for your question again. Bay, let's see. Will you ever be with RS? Be in a relationship, sorry, with your crush AS. So for one card, I'll try to kind of get all of that in there, but for the most part, I'll focus mostly on if you'll ever be in a relationship with your crush AS. And we can kind of see with one card how it will go. So let's see what we have. Make sure you do exclamation point join the other way. So just so you know, if you are confused, there's the list of commands at the top of the screen, top right. No space. All right, let's see what we have here. Relationship. Oh, so yes, you will be. So I don't see necessarily much on how it will go, but I do see that you will be in a relationship. The Two of Cups is about unionship. It's about bringing those emotions together and bringing two people together. So I think you will. I can't say necessarily how it will go, just because I would have to pull some more cards for that. But I would say that just in general, yeah. No, Mon, this is Baze. I'm going to get you next. So just in general, the Two of Cups is usually really a happy and joyous energy, and unionship and partnership. So I think it will probably go really well. You would need a little bit more of a reading for me to go more in depth on that, but I think I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of joy here. So I think that, yeah, you will sometime eventually be in a relationship with AS. This is like the ultimate quote unquote relationship card in tarot. All right. Mon, you want to know if Sergi likes Judith. Oh wow, his birthday, he was literally born a day after me. Bae, I just imagine you over there sweating like that. I don't know if you've ever seen the Key and Peele like sweat gif. That's how I imagined you while I was like pulling your card. And see, you were nervous for nothing. It was a good card. Does Sergi like Judith? Let's see. Does like Judith? So this is the Five of Pentacles. I don't think so. He might excuse me, sorry, allergies, but he might say that he does or try to say that he does, but um unfortunately with the Five of Pentacles is we're getting a lot of pentacles today, honestly. um this card is about feeling isolated. There's a sense of insecurity, so I don't see this as like any, at least not now. Maybe you guys, if you guys had like a history or something like that, then um no, it's a no. Okay, so then the short answer is no, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, Mon. All right, up next we have Leandra. Go ahead, put your question in the chat. Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry. I hate giving bad news, but as is the way of the cards. Ooh, interesting. How do your coworkers feel about you leaving the job? It's really funny. I met up with some old classmates. We did a program together and we were literally just talking about this. Let's see how your coworkers felt when you quit your job. Let's see how they felt. Oh, wow. So they were actually sad to see you go. At least some of them. The Five of Cups is pretty much a cut and dry, like, sad for your loss kind of card. And maybe they feel like they failed you a little in not being able to keep you there. So yeah, ultimately they were sad to see you go. Probably felt like they weren't able to give you what you needed, and it was unfortunate. So I don't know under what condition you quit your job. Whether, I mean, some people it's like a happy quit because you're getting promoted or found a better job or moving or something. But you know, if it wasn't quite like that, then I think they were sad to see you go. Hopefully that was what you were looking for. Hopefully you quitting your job too was like for good reasons, like you had something better and you were moving on to something that makes you happy. Elevation, you were up next. You're so welcome. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I wonder if they were just like, oh man, we should have acted better, and now they're, you know, too little too late kind of thing. All right, up next we have Elevation. So I have in the queue Yashvi, Sheena, Alec. If you expect to be in the queue and didn't hear your name called, just make sure you use !join. And let's get started. What's next in your love life? What's next in Elevation's love life? Leandra, I don't blame you. It's funny because we were talking about that and just being so over the job, and Schlock, I don't think you're in the queue, so use !join. feel like I remember you trying to get in. So just use exclamation point join, and I'll pull you next, because I think you were kind of around this time frame anyway. So what's next in your love life? I feel like you're gonna have a lot of suitors coming up, and perhaps you'll have a lot of friends as well that support that. This is really, so this isn't necessarily like the friendship card. This is the three of Pentacles, but there's this element of like collaboration and success. So I think regardless of how this manifests, I think you're going to find some success in your love life. So yeah, that's, I think too with this, maybe this means that someone sets you up, or like a blind date kind of thing, or you find some romance in a friend group that you already have. So yeah, you have some cool things happening. Regardless, I think it's going to lead to some success for you. I will say with the Three of Pentacles, it might not happen quickly, so just be a little patient. Yeah, good luck with that. All right, Yashvi, you are up next. Shlok, go ahead, put your question in the chat, and I will get you after Yashvi. Because it seems Streamlabs like did miss a few people, so. Oh, is this your question? Will Vishta give me a relationship offer? Okay. I'll do that one next. Lovely. Thank you for joining. You were in the queue. Let's see why the universe introduced you to this person. Why did the universe introduce this person to Yashvi? Let's see. Why were you guys introduced? Queen of Wands. I'm curious which one of you is the Queen of Wands, but I think ultimately you guys were introduced because there's like a need to tap into this Queen of Wands energy. One of you needs this Queen of Wands energy in your life. So I'm going to describe the Queen of Wands, and you can tell me whether you feel like that is you giving that energy to them or vice versa. So the Queen of Wands is someone who is, there's the water element of intuition and nurturing, but then there's this fire element full of passion and creativity. So I think there was a need for you guys to be introduced so that you both have this passion, this creativity, this drive, while also finding some element of like care and nurturing within each other. I'm just curious, who is the Queen of Wands? I wonder if you or this other person. And the Queen of Wands doesn't have to be a woman. It's just if you embody that that energy. Oh, so you're receiving that energy from the Queen of Wands. So this person was brought into your life to help provide that fiery passion, find ways to be creative, and to there's also this, because of that fire, but also that intuition, there's this element of growth. So I think this person was put here to, or you guys were introduced by the universe so that they can help you grow. But just make sure that it is a two-way street, right? We can help each other grow, for sure. All right, and we have Vishta. Will they give you a relationship offer? Let's see. But that's exciting, Yashvi. I hope that goes well for you. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying this video, make sure you like, give me a subscribe if you're not subscribed. And you're so welcome. Thank you so much for being patient. Let's see. We'll wish to give Schlock a relationship offer. Let's see. There we go. Yes, but not anytime soon. So the King of Wands, or I'm sorry, King of Pentacles is it's a card of strength and abundance, but it's not a quick moving card at all. If you guys have been together for a while, then maybe it'll be a little sooner rather than later, but Pentacles can be months. So if this is something you want to happen sooner rather than later, you might have to step in and speed that process up. So ultimately, yes, you just might need to push things along, if that makes sense. But whoever Vishta is, I think that, you know, they're someone who exudes some power, and they might have some influence over you, not necessarily in a bad way. So if you're nervous about doing that, I'm sure it can come off as being nervous about doing that. But good luck. At least you got a yes. That's all that matters. All right, Sheena, you are up next, followed by Alec and then Lovely. So go ahead. Alec, I realize my it doesn't give you the actual number. I'll have to fix that. So thank you for testing out the position command. How annoying. But just so you know, Alec, you're next up after Sheena. So Sheena, if you are still in the chat, there you are. Will I be able to move on from my ex and find a new love? Let's see. Will Sheena be able to move on from her ex and find a new love? Let's see what we have. Ooh, shortcut. Okay. So yes, you will, but Lovely, you are after Alec, so you're two up. So Alec is next after this current one, and then you're after that. A lot of Pentacles today. We are, I guess we're still feeling the remnants of Taurus season. So yes, you will, but you need to figure out some. Najifa, yes, the queue's still open for, so go ahead, use exclamation point join, and I'll make you guys my last ones. So Four of Pentacles is about finding stability and security and control. So I think what you need to do is find that first in order to move on. So I think, actually, I said yes, but I think this is a maybe card. It's very dependent. It's very dependent on how you handle this situation going forward. All right, let me just... if you are able to tap into this Four of Pentacles energy, if you're able to find that stability, ground yourself, and find that energy and control to move forward, then yes, then this can be a yes. But if you're not able to do that, if you're not able to find a way to let go, then you're gonna be more of the reverse of this. You're going to be sort of at a loss of how to move forward. So this is a maybe card, and it's very, very dependent on how you handle the situation going forward. Please use exclamation point join to enter the queue. I won't take your question until that happens. All right, Alec, you are up next, and then Lovely, you are after them. So, and remember, guys, don't put your questions in until I call you. But luckily, the chat isn't too crazy right now, so I didn't lose this. Gina, you're so welcome. Your name is Shagan. Hopefully, I said that right. Should you reach out to Manil? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Natan, use exclamation point and join. If you look at the top right of the screen, you can see the command. No space, just exclamation point join. All lowercase. Hold on. So let's see. Should you reach out to Manil? I am going to. Let's see. I'm going to. This is 2 questions, so I'm going to take the first question. Should you reach out to Manil? Let's see. Yeah, I would say totally reach out to him, actually. The King of Cups is, it's funny. There's a joke in the tarot world that the King of Cups is like the favorite card to describe a guy. And that's because it's someone who is thoughtful, but also tapped into their emotions. So I think that perhaps enough time has passed that you can reach out to them now. And maybe, I would not expect things to be what they were before, but maybe there's at least enough healing there that there can be at least a conversation, so which would be better than nothing for sure. The King of Cups is also someone who is really generous, so I think they would give you the time of day, just hear you out, or vice versa, whatever, however that conversation's going to go. But they will give you the time and perhaps talk to you. So I think it's a good decision, especially if it's something that you really want to reach out to them. Hi, Facebook user. Let me know your name so I know who's chatting with me. Let's see. Lovely, you are up next. Natan, if you are still here, then you can, once I finish with Lovely, you can put your question in the chat. Alec, you're so welcome. Let's see. How does Lovely's XH feel about them? How do they feel? Queen of Swords. So I think that they thought that maybe at one time you were, oh, Heather, hey, I don't know why it isn't showing your name. They thought at one time that perhaps you were really confident and intellectual, and they probably still think that, but now it's kind of mitered in with maybe feeling a little like distant, overly emotional, even maybe a little cold too. So yeah, I think they have some mixed emotions with you. The Queen is all of those things sometimes. But yeah, I think that they kind of have that, maybe at one point they had this, positive only aspect, but now they start to see another side of you. Whether that's true or not is not, really the question. It's just how they're feeling. So Natan, you got it. Great. All right. So I am closing the queue. You guys will be my last ones. Natan, I know you were struggling, so let me go ahead and get you up next. So go ahead and put your question in the chat. Heather, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you're just hanging out, I hope you're having a Sunday Funday. Lovely. You are very, very welcome. I think I'll switch this. All right. Let's see what Parmanand. There we go. Parmanand. Sorry. Yeah, Crystal. Good timing. Crystal and Rose. Yes, you both wait until I call your name, and then I will ask you for your questions. So right on there, Rosa. True intentions of Parmanand for Natan. Let's see those intentions. What are those intentions? King of Wands. I feel like that's so crazy. We've gotten a lot of kings. I feel like we've gotten almost all of them. I feel like he wants to be this King of Wands in your life. And what that means is, I would just give a little air of warning. The King of Wands can sometimes be a little explosive because there's that like really intellectual air energy mixed with the passion of that fire energy, and sometimes that can be a little combustible, which means that they can be a little like intolerant and impulsive sometimes. But ultimately, I think that this person wants to be someone who is respected in your life, someone you not look up to, but someone you see as like a partner. Thank you for subscribing, Crystal. Someone who it can be someone who leads you, but not in a bad way. So I just want to clarify. I don't think they're trying to like boss you around, but I would still be careful of that sort of explosive possibility. Like maybe they're a little quick to anger, or they can be impatient and they don't know how to release that properly. So just be a little careful. I think ultimately there are pretty good intentions. I would just be mindful of red flags, things that you don't want to tolerate. Oh, you're a Leo. Interesting. So what are they? Heather, do you want to? I know generally I skip you because you're a member. So do you want to just wait to go last, and I could do like a longer reading for you? Wow, that's so cool that you're a Leo. Crystal, you are up next, and then Rosa, you are after her. Okay, yeah, we could totally do that. Yeah, no problem, Natan. I'm glad we worked out the queue situation. Sorry it was so confusing. So, Crystal, let me know what your question is. Let's see. Will you and the Capricorn work things out? Will you and the Capricorn work things out? Two of Wands. I think so. I think it'll just take a lot of like self-reflecting and But Jana, I actually closed my queue, but yeah, I'll add you in. Just be patient. I'm gonna do you after Rosa, okay? So this is about finding focus. So I think you guys need to come together and do that and be able to do that. There's this air of planning as well. So you need to find that path towards working things out. So actually, I said yes, but now sometimes I have to rethink that. I think this is a maybe, and because this is such a card of action, um, so it's interesting because I don't see either one of you in this card. And what I mean by that, I don't think the onus is on either one of you. The responsibility isn't on just one of you, it's on the both of you. So that's why I don't really see either or in the cards explicitly. But this is a wands card, so this is about a lot of action, even though the twos are about finding a little bit of that balance, finding making these plans and finding focus. There's still that element of action that you guys have to put behind this. So if you're this, the reason this is maybe is because it depends on how you guys go about doing that. And if you haven't started yet, makes sense, right? It makes sense to be a maybe because you need to start taking those steps, and then I would recommend coming back to check in and see, like, as you've been going down this path, this process, how is it turning out? You know, is this leading to you and your Capricorn working things out? So if you haven't started already, start making plans to figure this out. Do it together, especially with the two here. This is not just a one-man job. So yeah, you know, it's interesting you say that, Crystal, because there's no water in this, there's no earth in this. It's solidly like just fire, passion, action. Yeah, and you know, I think maybe there just needs to be there needs to just be a moment where you guys come together and talk about this. And a lot of times that's really like the start of the path, figuring out where you guys can go from there. And maybe in that discussion you find like it's just maybe I don't want it to go anywhere, maybe we mutually don't want it to go anywhere. So just work on trying to get on the same page. And yeah, I was gonna say maybe reach out to like an outside resource for help, like counselor or something, but there's really none of that I saw in the Two of Wands. The Two's really about just you two. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think that's why you got the Two of Wands specifically, is because like there's a need to like just burn all of that to the ground, and you know, you need to push through, fight fire with fire kind of thing, but in a good way, not in a like destructive kind of way. Rosa, you are up next. And then following Rosa, Bajana, I will get you. And then Heather will do a nice closing wrap-up reading. So, let's see what we have. Talon, I closed my queue already. Sorry. I am going to be wrapping up with these last few readings. Okay, will this be a great opportunity to take through Mr. Eve? Thank you, Rosa. Appreciate it. Crystal, thank you so much. I appreciate the subscribe. Will this be a good job opportunity to take through Mr. Eve? Okay, let's see. Will this be a good opportunity? Yes. Yes. The reason I hesitated was because I've been sort of talking myself out of yeses and into maybes, but I think yes, because the Ace of Swords is both a card of clarity and a card of victory, and it is the start of a new journey. So I think with all of that combined, this is really going to work out well for you. And I think it this might mean that you are going to be learning a lot. You're going to be getting a lot out of it mentally. So if you are transitioning from a job that might have been like wearing you down mentally, like was really bad for your mental health, I think this is saying this is going to be a fresh start. You also, one of the things I like about this is, and it's so cool because this one's a quill, so it kind of plays off that even better, is there's this air of inspiration. So perhaps while this might not be like the one job to rule them all, this might inspire you to find different things in the future. Because being the ace, it's like you're at the start, the precipice of your journey. So yeah, so if your current job is messing with your mental health, I think this new one will help kind of, give your mind a break and allow you to find inspiration in things that maybe you couldn't before because you were too mentally worn out to do so. So yeah, I think that's actually I think that's a really great reading. So I hope that helps and eases your mind some more. And thank you for being so patient. All right. You are up next, Bajana. Will your ex contact you soon? You're so welcome, Rosa. You have a great day. Thank you for joining me for the Sunday Funday. Let's see. Sorry, I pulled this off camera. I have a habit of doing that, apparently. So you have the Two of Pentacles. I see this as a maybe, leaning to maybe. I'll take this as like a solid maybe. And the reason I say maybe is because of the timing portion of it. I feel like maybe there's still a need to find some balance. So your ex needs to go through this process, and Pentacles is not like it's not a quick thing. That earth energy can take a while to move. So I think your ex, your Cancer, needs time to find this balance in their life. They need to find some renewal, and that takes a while. So if you're asking just like literally whether it'll be contacted soon, the answer is no. But if you'll be contacted at all, could still be a maybe. So if you just be a little patient, let your ex find that balance that they need, and I think in doing so probably will be more beneficial. Yeah, but you know how Cancers are. They're so like in their feelings about stuff. Yeah, and maybe maybe it's not something that they are capable of doing. If you haven't tried reaching out, maybe they would respond better from that direction. Is you reaching out instead. But I hope you guys are able to figure something out, though. Thank you for being so patient, Bajana. All right, Heather. Last but certainly not least, you're very welcome. Should you extend your solo trip to attend that event you're considering? Let's see. Let's see what the Oracle has for you. Woo. All right, let's do this one. Oh, I just love how intentionally vague that is. I feel like that means that maybe we'll find answers in the oracle. I mean, the tarot deck. All right. Let's see. I'm going to ask it a little differently. I'm going to ask how it will go if you do extend your trip and how it will go if you don't. I think that will help give us more clarity. All right, I'm going to scoot over a little bit. So let's do how it'll go if you do extend your trip. And then how it'll go if you don't extend your trip. All right, let's see what we have here. Do. And then we have don't. Interesting. So, we have here the 8 of Swords and then the 9 of Wands for if you do extend your trip, and then for don't, the 3 of Cups and the Empress. So I think that if you did extend your trip, I don't think you would have any fun. You probably feel really guilty about it with that 8 of Swords there. Maybe even like putting disappointment on yourself. You would just be in your head about it, unfortunately. And then with that 9 of Wands paired with it, there's like you're trying to chug through that. I think for you, that 3 of Cups is your family. And it's funny because I was gonna, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, I see where this is going. But I think that if you did extend your trip, you would just try to push through, try to enjoy yourself, but it would really just be like going through the motions. You'd be just persisting instead of enjoying because you'd be too much in your head about it. And the thing about these being paired together, there's this element of they fuel each other, sometimes in a good way, but in this case I feel like it's more of a bad way. So spirituality, my queue is closed and I am just finishing up with a member, so I'm so sorry. Whereas here, if you don't go, I think you would have a really good time with your family. You'd be happy to be home. They'd be happy to have you home. And what's funny about this, and I don't mean haha funny, but interesting, I should say, is the Empress is almost like doubling down on that, because the Empress is like the mother card a lot of times in tarot. So I feel like you'd be you would find pleasure in being back at home, and you know, it's just very interesting. I think you'll be able to enjoy that a lot more than if you were to extend your trip. And these were so useless that I'd have to like reflect on this later, but these are here for you too. So I think that what this is saying, looking at this, is saying that I feel like maybe deep down you kind of knew the answer, and it's like saying to trust your intuition, or trust the answers that you already kind of know. Yeah, so while it probably wouldn't have been the end of the world if you extend it, you ultimately wouldn't have enjoyed it and probably should have just gone home anyway. Yeah. Yep. So this is all about wanting to be back and enjoying time with your family. So I'm guessing you're not going to extend your trip. You'll have to let me know. It's so funny that we got the literally the card that says answers. Like, that's helpful. Yeah, I'm glad you asked. It's very clear difference between these two. So, very good question. Which way is my deck facing? This way. Very good question. Did you have any clarifiers? I felt like that was pretty clear. So, but if you had any follow-up questions, let me know. Okay. I'm glad that worked out. Stella, I am actually closing up for the night, so I will see you on Friday. But thank you so much. And Heather, you can always follow up on Facebook with me, as always. So just let me know. But for now, you guys have a great Sunday. Thank you for joining me for this Sunday Funday. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.